Join us on the journey to what we believe to be our anniversary week. We revisit a true resort from our very first year of full-time RV living. Oh, this place is awesome. Spoiler alert, it didn't disappoint.
Not a good way to start our anniversary trip. I'm an idiot.
The trip ends up being a bit more of a fix-it trip than planned, however. But it's hard to get upset in such a beautiful place. We have trained for this situation. Who, me? Just hanging out under the RV.
You're not gonna believe this. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
And a big thank you to our sponsor of this video, ETRAILER. There's Lake Michigan.
Or Ocean, Michigan, whichever.
There's the ocean.
This is kind of a big trip. It's our anniversary week. Welcome to anniversary week, by the way. Happy anniversary, Ange. Love you.
Aw, happy anniversary.
We are in this great place, one of the first RV resorts we ever went to when we were full-time, and we do love it here. We are in Petoskey, Michigan at Sun Outdoors.
Tell Cody it's pronounced Petoskey. This was back when we both were working full-time remote, and work was not good at the time. If we're being completely honest, it was really bad. So we used our lunches to buzz over to the clubhouse and release some of that stress, and this place was such a haven for us. We're gonna show you a little later on because it's amazing.
What have you done? Did you forget to tear the top off the rice?
Yeah, and now it looks like it's gonna pop on me.
This is a bad decision.
Oh, wait a minute, it's deflating a little bit.
You just let it sit for a second, or?
I think I got it. Okay, we're good. All clear.
Oh, I forgot about the theater. Sweet. I don't think that's how it works. How's that supposed to work? Almost had it. Oh, shuffleboard. Shuffleboard bowling. Oh, it's on. You're gonna get destroyed. Go show them the sauna since we can't go in there together.
One of our favorite things that we remember.
This works out really good because unlike most places we go, there's not a Planet Fitness around here, but it doesn't matter because we can just walk right down here, get our workout on. It's just hooked up. They provide gas. They do. Even if you are super cheap on campgrounds or you boondock a lot, I think it's 100% okay to treat yourself every now and again to an RV resort, because if it's a true RV resort like this one, they're generally worth it. Pickleball and putt-putt.
Oh, there's a basketball court too.
Basketball courts. What do you think? Will this do for the anniversary trip?
This'll do.
Get it. Yeah. You're so pretty. Give. If you guys recall our last trip in Columbia, Missouri, we didn't have any sewer hookups. And one of the things we do when we don't have any sewer hookups is cut down on our water so we don't need to dump as much. But there's a pretty negative side effect to that, and that is when you do get ready to dump again, you don't have enough water, you get way too many solids, and that's where the old poo pyramid comes into play. We haven't been very nice to our black tank, and what I mean by that is we haven't used much water at all trying to conserve space so we could go all week without dumping our tank. That's gonna be something I gotta flush out and deal with here in the future. I know what to do there. And it's situations like these where I really love this Flush King. I was one of the guys, when I got my RV, I thought it has its own little flushing system built right into the side of the RV. That's gotta be good enough, right? Well, that little flushing system runs on this little small PEX line, and it just kind of shoots out in a jet. It takes forever, and that's where the Flush King makes it so nice. One, it sends all the water in backwards, so it kind of breaks up anything that may be stuck to the bottom, for one. And two, it'll run a lot faster because you can hook it up to a standard garden hose. So what I like to do when I get to camp is go ahead and set up a splitter, just something where you can shut the valves off individually. Whatever kind you like is just fine. I use one hose to hook up to my Blue Tech and my water softener and all my freshwater stuff, and I use a dedicated black flush hose to hook up to my Flush King. I leave those quick connects on all the time so I never get the two sides mixed up, just to keep everything separate. Okay, we've got that 20 gallons dumped out, and a lot of stuff came out with that first 20 gallons. I'm not satisfied it's totally clean, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut the valve on our Flush King. We're gonna leave our Valterra open on the outside, and this is really important. You wanna make sure your black tank valve is open. Everything's open except for the Flush King valve. Please, please, please use a flow meter. You don't wanna overflow this thing. I'll be 100% honest. I did the first dump before you guys got here. Ugh, that's just awful. Ange, come here and look at this. Oh, this is a 47-gallon tank, and kind of the general recommendation is to not go more than 80% of your tank's volume. That's a soft rule I read online. I'm not the expert in it, but I do follow that 80% rule. Let's see what happens. But you'll know if you've got a little bit of a pyramid going, and I saw it, the water kind of slowed down for a second. You got a little bit of a trickle, and then all of a sudden, lots of stuff comes out. So we're just gonna do that over and over again until we have clean water coming out of our sewer. Whew. Look at that. There it goes. Get that out of there. Oh. Whew. Oh, 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 oh. Ugh. Ah! Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. It might be done legit this time. It's the gift that keeps on giving. I like to use the flow meter early on to get just kind of an idea of how many gallons per minute the water hydrant's putting out. Then I can set my timer and keep an eye on it. Speaking of which, in the time it took me to talk about that with you guys, we pumped 13 gallons of water, and I've seen it go faster. So that's how quick things can go bad if you're not on top of it. When it comes time to get your Flush King or your sewer hoses or your sewer tubes like we're about to replace, ETRAILER's the place to go. And when we have emergency needs like our broken jack and we have to fix this thing quick and in a hurry, they can get stuff to you fast. We're way up here in North Michigan, they're down in Missouri, and they're gonna get us a jack not quite overnight, but within a couple of days. Their customer service enthusiasts are awesome, whether it's on the phone or in an email or in the chat. I haven't ran into anything yet that they couldn't help me accomplish. Once you're done with all of your flushing and you're satisfied everything's clean, make sure to put a good amount of water in the black tank and your favorite treatment. I like to start with about 5 gallons of water. You don't want to start back on a dry tank and be right in the same shape that I was in when I started this video.
Who, me? Just hanging out under the RV. So you've seen how bad our sewer tubes are and how long we have put off changing them. One of them is okay. So we're gonna change 2 of them out and quit procrastinating. That way Cody can use the zip ties on something else. Normally when Cody tells me that a job's gonna be really easy, I don't believe him, not in the least. But this is one that I was there during the original installation when we didn't know exactly where to put it. It is truly as easy as a few bolts. 1 down. 2 down.
We've used them since we started full-time RVing. We got these from ETRAILER as well. What's really nice about these is they're expandable. So if you have a large coach where your frame rails are way out, you can really stretch these things out. Or if you had something small like a teardrop camper or something like that, you can squeeze them in. Or even if you had a truck bed camper, maybe there's a way that you could mount them on the roof some way. They're adjustable, they're light, they're easy to use. And really the only reason I had to replace these is because I just jammed them full of too many hoses and accessories. I just overdid it and we popped the ends off and the rest is history. So these will be good. Most people are going to access these through the door on the sewer side of their camper, so the side of your camper where your sewer outlet is. So what I'm going to do, and this is a pro tip, but it's not a new pro tip, is put a zip tie through the opposite side. That way I don't have to worry about it coming loose. And a lot of people will put, you know, a bread tie or something temporary on the other side when they're in transit, so they don't have to worry about it.
Maybe you need one of those reusable zip ties that somebody was talking about for the other side.
That's in the hole.
I'm exhausted.
Some more trash you missed.
Thanks. Quirkle?
I think we got a lot of comments that said we should try. I don't know what that is though.
I thought they were making that word up. Ages 6 and up. It's kind of right up our alley.
That's a lot of hash marks.
Dad beat Reese and Sawyer. I'm going to assume we're his kids. Way to go, Dad. Don't compromise. I'm not sure we played it correctly, but that was pretty fun.
And you won 214 to 160. Again, not 100% sure we scored everything right, but we at least scored it consistently wrong if we did it wrong.
We do love this campground, but I think that part of it is because it was this dead last time we came. We are off season both in October when we came
And here in
3
May.
years ago, and then here in the 1st of May.
Maybe the fact that we get everything to ourselves is why we love it so much, but the whole area is pretty. I mean, the Petoskey area is awesome.
I don't know if you'd picked up on the fact that we kind of like this place.
Wow, just wow. I'm not sure I've paid this much for diesel since I've owned this truck. There's no open road, Pilot Loves TA option within a long way from here. But here at the Arco station, diesel is $3.77 a gallon. But I did get 10 cents off with Upside, so thumbs up for that.
I like how even when it's busy, it's still a pretty easy area to navigate around. It's real comfortable, laid back.
And I hate to keep picking on Austin, but there wasn't a good time of day to go out and drive in Austin.
So I came here to go check out something way over there, but this looked really neat, so we just started following it, and here we are.
Just go walk around, see what you find.
We've been walking for a long time. We just are chasing trails. This is really pretty.
The only problem I have is I didn't get my sweatshirt out of the truck, and it's cool. Nah, we're just gonna hop out and go look around a little bit. Oh, there's some kind of thing up there.
See?
Good job
That's how it starts.
with inappropriate footwear. Love Lake Michigan. There's probably like 6 weeks out of the year where you could get in it and not get hypothermia. Maybe a little more than that. I don't like cold water, but on a pretty sunny day, it'd be nice to take the boat out, nice and glassy like this, and just cruise around. Why are they following me? I took a bath.
That Linus. I think these people are Petoskey stone hunting. Last time we were here, I did attempt to do a little Petoskey stone hunting. And what makes them so elusive is the fact that they don't really show up unless they're wet. I know one guy told us dirt roads are really the best place, especially after a rain, because the rocks kind of come up to the surface and you pick them up and you lick them and see if it's a Petoskey stone.
The plan was to go to Petoskey State Park tonight, and it's closed.
Well, that was disappointing. We have visited Petoskey State Park before. It's a beautiful beach area. You have a perfect sunset view. It said following severe ice storms in northern Michigan, it's temporarily closed while they conduct necessary cleanup.
Oh,
They anticipate like the cabins and campground area to open up around mid-May. So a couple weeks from now. There is also a bike trail, like 26 miles of bike trail.
When you can park a dually on the street and your hips not stick out, that's a good day. I didn't even have to pull it up on the curb.
There's so many places that you can go and park and sit. They do a really good job of this outdoor. Some of the northern states are better about it.
Yeah.
Man, it's just nice here.
It's pretty tourist friendly, isn't it?
But again, off season.
True. Either a class 2 or I think our bikes are class 3, but I wonder if that means you just can't use the throttle, or if you can't have, I mean, it looks like you can't have it at all. Well, I guess you got out of a bike ride this week.
We didn't see this.
This is new. They still got painting equipment down here.
This leads to the downtown area where we were earlier.
That is awesome. How cool.
Wow. Look, Petoskey stones.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
There's Petoskey State Park. Way over there.
Yep.
Something we didn't share with you, when we first got here, we ran into just a few problems.
Not a good way to start our anniversary trip with the left jack fault.
We prepared for this, Cody. We have trained for this situation.
So we've replaced the right front jack. Now that we're getting a left front jack fault. I mean, worst case scenario, if I need to replace it, we can order one from ETRAILER. It'll be here in a couple of days. We're pretty close to level right here. If it'll let us manually level and get it close until we get some parts in and then fix it and then auto level.
Okay.
Everything's tight, the bolts are tight. Nothing, you know, the other side looks great, nothing's loose. It's not shifting around in here.
We did have a viewer that said that they had some bolts just kind of back out on their leg, which made us go, ugh, probably need to check that from time to time. So that's something that we will implement in our checklist as well.
When that leg starts to fail, going all the way down is about the worst thing you can do for it, because at that point, it just wants to get stuck down and then you're in a really bad spot. That'll be enough to keep the shake out of it, and we'll just order a new jack and swap it.
And a slight slide problem. We were determined we weren't gonna let it get us down. And once again, ETRAILER has bailed us out.
We're not getting the cracking and popping in the gears like we were before. The trailer's not settling or anything. This sounds like a weak motor, but we're just going to eliminate it all in one shot because I'm kind of tired of dealing with jack problems. So let's have the shortest travel day ever and hook this thing up.
This kept us from having to build up some blocks to put a jack under it, so this alleviates that stress at least.
If you have your option, definitely put your truck under it, hook it up like normal, set your parking brake, leave your wheels chalked, do all the safety stuff. I think it should be a pretty easy job.
You're not supposed to say that stuff before we start this job. Oh, sure, Angela. It'll be an easy job. It'll take 15 minutes tops. It's gonna go so smooth, you won't even know. That's what he always says.
13 millimeter, 14 millimeter wrench, same size sockets, 10 millimeter socket to get the pull pin apparatus off of there.
The whatchamacallit.
The whatchamacallit. And the bad thing is that was the first thing I ever ordered from ETRAILER because I broke one of those and didn't know what it was called and had to reach out to them to find out what it was called so I could get one. Already ran into a problem. It's this. So my thought was if I could go here like this.
I think he just wanted an excuse to use a zip tie.
So we'll take this long so I can work on it.
What do they say? Rednecks?
Rednecks will always find a way.
I think this is a great time to say this is not a how-to.
I'm not a certified RV tech. I'm not a certified professional. I'm just a professional redneck who hates paying other people to do stuff for me. It does come with a new shoe, but I really don't want to go to the trouble of taking my snap pad off.
For my ripped Holy jeans, but problem is Every time I move, they rip more. And I'm almost to a point where I think my pant leg's gonna fall off. They've ripped that much. I'm gonna have to, and not in a cute way, I'm gonna have to toss these in the trash.
There's a cute way to rip your pants. And weak sounding motor. Just unplug that. There's a bolt on the motor here, and then there's one on the back. And there's the motor. They look identical. And that plug matches perfectly. Okay. Did take a little finagling to get that out. So what you've got are these lips in here that stick out. So I think if you've done this 20 times, you could probably do it by hand. But what worked good was me getting on the bottom and Angie being on the top and me kind of trying to work it in her direction. They are kind of heavy, but not too bad. Easy enough. From that bolt to the top of that post is just a 3 dots over 8 inches. And this one is. So we need to come up. We had a little trouble getting our motor to mount. This gear is in a key in here, flat on one side, round on the other. So if you run into that, they have a safety override. Well, it's not really a safety override, it's more of a override when the motor fails on the top that you can put just a 3/8 drive ratchet into. No socket, just a ratchet, then you can turn that motor to get it where you need it, fall right into place.
Perfect. Here I was thinking that we were gonna have to take that jack off and spin it and do all that.
Perfect.
Well, that's a really good tip.
There's more to me than just another pretty face, in case you didn't know. I've been telling you that for years. She doesn't listen to me though. What you'll notice if you're pulling these jacks in or out, when you start to move them and you no longer have this pin in place, they want to fall. When that happens, it makes it a real pain when you're trying to remove or install one of these. So what I did, I just took the pin out of my sand shoe, pushed it all the way up, just to get it out of the way so I could work. But now we're ready to put all that back together. That part's done. Now you get to reset the auto level calibration.
I can see to Australia through my jeans.
First and foremost, before we do anything, let's make sure the motor will go down. I'm an idiot.
Uh-oh.
I forgot the most important step.
What's the most important step?
Plugging in the new one.
Pro tip.
Now let's see if this will work. Magical.
Plugging in seems to help.
Yeah, just gotta get the truck out from under it. That sounds so much better. Zip ties have uses for everything.
I do remember the first thing we need to do is retract all just to make that stop beeping and reset.
That will clear all the faults.
And we learned that retracting all without a truck under it is indeed okay. My fears that it would tumble and break were unfounded. And I do remember the first thing that he did after he reset the motor was to manually level.
Is that perfect? We need a little more. Need another touch?
So Cody is using the One Control app to manually level.
Bullseye.
Okay. Next, we're going to push a whole bunch of buttons a whole bunch of times. And this will vary from rig to rig. So this isn't exactly how to do it. You can Google it pretty easily.
With it off, press front 5 times. Then press rear 5 times. Once in calibration mode, press enter. 0 point stability check. Please wait. Done.
Nice work. Or how about we just auto level and see what it does?
Success!
Woohoo!
We did it. I'm gonna call this done. I'm gonna throw that old jack in the truck and run it up the hill to the dumpster, and I think I'm gonna take it easy the rest of the night.
You have earned it.
I think I have earned it.
Our anniversary dinner is about to go on the grill.
Look at all this smoke, and I haven't even lit the gas yet. This smoker tube idea, thank you so much. I know I've got a lot of friends named Chris. We were actually talking about this earlier. It's hard to keep up But my friend Chris from Mississippi turned me on to these smoker tubes. You know who you are. Great idea, and thank you.
If your name is Josh or Chris and you introduce yourself to Cody, he is supposed to say no thank you and walk away, because I can't keep up with who he's talking about anymore.
We're gonna throw these steaks in here before I put the heat on it, and I just want them to get a little bit smoky. It's been 22 years since we got married. It's been a good 22, and I'll give you 22 more, I guess, based on your performance in the first 22.
You might as well just commit past that.
I mean, hey.
See it on through.
Our anniversary trip may not have started out as easy as we thought it would, but we got past our challenges. We want to thank you guys because we just rolled over our 3-year YouTube anniversary. We know time's precious, and we really appreciate the little bit of time out of your week you guys spend with us. I think that's going to close it out, and we'll see you guys on the highway. And it's our anniversary.
Yeah, we're coming up.
What, 3 days? Wednesday?
In 1/2 mile, turn left on Charlevoix Avenue.
I'm the one that's supposed to not know, not you. These usually lift up.
We need to get an adult.
So this helps us keep our black tank side. This won't work. That's too big of a zip tie. They come with all the mounting hardware. It's in here. Ow!
Oh!
Oh, I pinched myself.
You gotta be smarter than the tube.
You're not gonna believe this.
Is it attached to that door?
It's taped to the door that I just zipped.
Yes.
This is not a how-to.
It's never a how-to.
Oh, looky here. All kinds of things. When it won't work. I broke a wrench. Stripped out. Old man Moses. I'll stop moving tiles so you can talk.
Our anniversary dinner is...
Hold on, 1 second. Better. Oh.
Here, let me
That'd have
hold
been fine if it wouldn't have mashed my finger right there on that. I told you, it mashed my finger right between that jack and the... This is what you call a glove Band-Aid. You just put it on and forget about it. We'll clean it up later.
It's an official project if somebody's bleeding.
Inspired by the poster on the wall, I went into our archives and found...
Classic.
Turn on the projector.
I didn't have any candy, so I brought some snacks. An assortment of cheeses and meats.
Turn on DVD player. This is a good disc. Turn on the receiver.
Cody, check out this giant carrot that was in the baby carrot bag.
It's a carrot giant. Worked! I just had to trick it by putting the other DVD in there.
Well, this is just as entertaining.
No. I want to watch our...
Do these recline? They do.
Yeah.
Oh, this place is awesome.
Nope. This one's malfunctioning.
You want to move over? I'll move my snacks over there.
Yeah, let me get my shoes back on.
You took
What?
your shoes off.
They said we want you to feel like you're at home here.
Probably not too comfortable.
If I were in my RV right now, I would have my socks off.